Welcome to Oops All Segments, the very best podcast. Hitting your eardrums at this very moment, I'm Kevin.
I'm Thomas, and today we are here with the mysterious third Joseph sibling, Connor Joseph. You've enjoyed Quinn in the past. Of course, Kara's a legend, but we don't have any information as of yet about this mysterious Connor Joseph. Who is he? What does he do? We're all going to find out together. Welcome, Connor. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, yeah, a perfect minute.
I like to keep it mysterious. That's the best, right?
No, I can tell. Yeah, I guess this envelope is going to remain sealed, as they say. But we begin with a bit of a check-in, so I'm assuming this is going to be very surface level. But Connor, what's been going on in your life lately?
Yeah, I've been doing some stuff. Getting up to some things.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess that's really it.
Just sort of stuff and things, huh?
Yeah.
Doesn't it piss you? This is maybe just me, but you ever in the middle of doing a thing and some fucking stuff comes along?
My God, dude.
I was doing my thing, man.
I was here.
I don't have time for stuff right now.
Things. Yeah. Things and stuff at the same time? I don't think so. What do I look like?
I've never done that.
I don't think so. I don't stuff so right now.
I don't stuff so either. Yeah. You didn't see the Cat in the Hat jumping out with stuff 1 and stuff 2. I'll tell you that.
Oh my God. Could you imagine? And that would be the twisted Dr. Seuss, I think, if we actually had stuff 1 and stuff 2.
That's sick, dude. That's
they'd
so
have to change that author's name to Dr. Demento because that would be truly twisted.
Twisted.
Yes. Well, so great to get that update from you, Connor. Always a fascinating kind of thread you weave.
I'm worried I revealed too much.
We haven't.
Yeah. Do you want to cut that out? Actually, was that too?
It felt.
You want me to edit that out? I can edit it out.
That would be great.
We haven't done the thing where like you have like an AI. We talk to an AI on here yet. And I have to say, you're giving us less than what I can imagine Chat GPT or even Grok, I should say, would give us.
Well, Connor did say before the recording that he was Mecha Hitler. So in a way, it did kind of remind me of Grok.
Papa Yale.
That I'm fine sharing. That's okay.
The title of Mecha Hitler is something we're totally comfortable with.
Well, since this is like trying to get blood from a stone, Kevin, what's been going on with you?
I need some assistance. I need a perspective check. I need you guys to tell me what the hell's going on here. Last night, 2 nights ago, was it 2 nights ago, Kara and I, and we spent time, Kara, my partner, Kara, not the legend, Kara Joseph, of course.
No.
Why were you hanging out with them?
I wasn't, right? I'm saying the Kara that I live with, right? I wasn't hanging out with your sister.
She's
clarified.
Just try to listen, because if we have to stop every time anyone says something, it's just going to take forever. So just if we can all kind of tune in and make sure that we're listening. And anyway,
I really like.
I don't know what you said because it froze as
my
well.
brother-in-law, he's a good guy.
Oh, you really like your brother-in-law? Okay, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Then it's
so do I.
Sorry, no. Maybe I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy, but if you actually liked him, you might just call him your fucking brother. Okay? You don't have to add the little extra, just so you know, he's not blood. Like, we get it. Yeah. If you really liked him, you'd call him your brother. That's all I'm saying.
White people.
And that as well. So
Kara and I, my partner Kara, we haven't spent the hours we're spending together right now. Our work schedule's a little opposite. I'm getting up early in the morning. I'm going to the restaurant. I'm buying supplies. I'm doing things at the restaurant. She gets up a little later in the day, and she's kind of getting over to work pretty quickly to start in the afternoon, and she's closing the restaurant. And we're spending some time together, but most of the time we actually spend together at home is in the wee hours when she's come home from work. I've maybe just cooked dinner. So
you ever check your inventory and you're like, oh no, we ordered 50 stuff and 0 things.
Dude, don't bring that back, right? Don't bring back the stuff and things joke.
Just you check the inventory. It's like, we have no.
You called it getting blood from a
things. Oh, and there's a big lineup of customers. They're hungry. We're gonna have to serve them only stuff today. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, last night, 2 nights ago, Kara and I are spending time together. We're getting we're getting ready for bed. She's like, we'd eaten dinner a little earlier. She's like, I'm feeling like a little snack. I want a little treat. And I'm like, okay. So she goes into the kitchen. I go into the kitchen to, I don't know, pick up the bong or get my phone or something. And I go into the kitchen.
You're helping out.
I mean, we're just hanging out. We're spending time together. I don't know.
I popped into the kitchen to pick up the bong instead of she's fucking slaving away over a hot stove.
No. I mean that like we're moving from the living room / kitchen area to the bedroom. Anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. Okay. I get in the kitchen. She is sitting there with a bowl, and inside the bowl is cottage cheese with maple syrup on it. And she's like, "You've never had this before? This is a snack." I'm like, "No, it isn't." And then she made me try it, and it was bad because it was cottage cheese with maple syrup on it. Yeah, it was awful.
Because I have a feeling Kara's been sucked into the dark hole that is essentially protein influencers on Instagram. They fucking love the cottage cheese shit. They're obsessed with it. They're like, it's a healthy dessert. You simply mix some syrup in with your cottage cheese, and now you're making gains.
Yeah,
Connor, you're an athlete. You play at least baseball, maybe other sports.
I've sported for sure. Yeah.
Let's not elaborate. But do you ever get the protein snacks, the sort of health maxing type of food? Are you a cottage cheeseman?
I don't. I honestly, cottage cheese was a health food. I think it's nasty. Yeah, like I find it super nasty. I think I would rather, eat something that tastes fine. And I really don't like cottage cheese. So.
It feels like cottage cheese feels like feta cheese went like milky,
it's kind of like Greek yogurt. Like it's sort of used as a substitute for Greek yogurt.
Yeah, it's like Greek yogurt plus feta cheese. Like it's like the two things put together. It's somewhere between those two substances.
It's actually lumpia.
It's not lumpia. No, it's not the egg roll.
Isn't that yogurt or something?
Filipino. No, lumpia is a Filipino like spring roll type sort of like thin rolled like an appetizer sort of.
I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I get it.
White people.
There we go. Because Kevin, I will say I have started. I've started doing something which is I'll buy a tub of plain Greek yogurt.
Okay.
And because you can get sweet Greek yogurt, but I like to start it plain. And then if I make a little yogurt bowl, I'll do some like blackberries, some granola, and a little bit of maple syrup for sweetness. And now I don't think that's the same as what Kara did, but I wonder if I'm kind of in that ballpark of I'm sweetening up a kind of sour dairy
I'm
item.
on side with this. I have yogurt almost every day for breakfast.
Wow.
I don't get the unsweetened.
Kevin, you always say you do it for the culture, right?
Right. Yeah. I always say I do it for the culture. Yeah.
You eat a big yogurt and you say I'm doing it for the culture.
I eat
the microbiome.
for the culture. The Greek
You get the
culture.
joke because you're saying it like you
I
don't.
I do. The yeah, and it is Activia, so it is probiotic.
Okay, good. Connor, did you get it? Just want
I
to see
also
if
got
everyone
the
enjoyed
joke.
it.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, nice.
Why are you checking, by the way?
I just
Thomas?
wanted to make sure we're all on
Yeah.
the same page. We're all having fun.
The
It's nice
energy.
sometimes. I don't know. It's nice sometimes to ask how everyone's doing and just not assume. Because
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of which, how are you? Can you check in with us?
oh wow, oh, what a treat. Let me think. This is almost as delicious as big of a treat as cottage cheese and maple syrup.
Good. Yeah. If you're at home and you've had cottage cheese and maple syrup, drop a comment because I want to know. That feels insane.
I do think that could be a good segment, kind of your most fucked up like struggle meal or like struggle snack, like where you sort of threw together a few things that didn't really work, but you were like,
segment.
when in Rome. Maybe we'll warm up with that in a second.
That can be our warm-up, maybe. Yeah.
What is going on with me? Nothing's new. I'm playing a game called Metaphor. What?
Okay, good. I thought you were going to do more of I thought you were aiming at a bit of ambivalence and neutrality again.
No, I don't think so.
You're playing a game called Metaphor.
I'm sorry that my life is a bit.
Yeah, no, it's not. I think Kevin's been giggling out of discomfort, perhaps, but to me, I'm trying to honor kind of what you shared.
Thank you.
I'm playing a game called Metaphor Refantasio, an Atlas JRPG on PS5. Fucking incredible. It's awesome. So good. Essentially, you live in a world that is full of intrigue, regicide, bigotry. It's like this alternate timeline, but it's clearly based on this is not what I like about. I mean, it's part of a good story.
Those like your immediate go-to things.
bigotry being in the top 3 things you like about the game.
Part of the story. How dare you? It's not, the argument is not like, oh good, I get to escape into a bigoted world.
Leave it a little more bigoted than I found it.
It's even worse than how terrible our world already is.
What a position of privilege that your escapism is.
How dare you? I'm playing a hero. Well, it is a bit of an escape because the protagonist is mistreated as an Elda. He's sort of a race of people who has different.
Be careful how you say that.
He has different colored eyes, and so everyone in town sort of looks down on him. There's all of these kind of fictional cultures that are divided in the town, and it's almost like an electoral reform simulator. But at the same time, it's about there are these hideous mutated monsters, like this giant egg with a face where its face is melting, and the monsters in the game are called humans. So even though all your characters look like people, they refer to these hideous monsters outside of the city walls as humans. And they're like, oh God, a human is coming. And so you have to destroy these monstrous human creatures, which is kind of a cool writing idea. And then the premise is that this king has been murdered and he has created this like forced democracy where there's this, it's very anime. There's this giant rock. Kevin's yawning. So I'll just shut my fucking mouth. No, I understand it's not exactly the most interesting
I had pulled
thing.
up the Wikipedia page of it. I wanted to see some photos of this game.
Yeah,
I was
he's
curious.
fucking getting ready to hit the snooze. So anyway, fuck it. Let's get into our first segment. Who gives a shit? No, it's fucking boring. I get it.
Okay.
You seem you lit up when I mentioned bigotry, but as soon as I got into electoral reform, you kind of started to yawn.
Okay.
I'll just say, I will say for our listeners who I'm sure are fascinated and love this, Kevin's wiping the sleep out of his eyes, that there's this giant rock in the sky with like human faces on it. And they're sort of these disgusting like visages of people who have popular support. And the guy who killed the king is like in second place. Like he's sort of the Polyev on the big rock head. And your team attempts to assassinate him. And they can't because the king's magic is basically preventing anyone with popular support can't be killed because we want the people to decide who the next ruler will be. So there's this meta aspect to the RPG where you're trying to build up support publicly. So you have to not just defeat him in combat, but also by like getting the will of the people behind you. It's this weird way of like creating a fair democratic system using magic and a big rock with faces in it. And it's cool. It's awesome. I love it.
What does the J in JRPG stand for?
Jewish.
It's okay. I started. Yeah, it's the social engineering and the
It's a Jewish RPG. The first actually Jewish RPG. So I shouldn't have shortened it. But no, normally Japanese is what a JRPG would stand for.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Very fun.
Connor, do you play games? I know you and Quinn enjoy some games. Do you ever an RPG boy?
I wasn't really. I really wish I did get into it. Like they seem super fun. Like, I mean, now I love tabletop games and stuff, but yeah, I mean, Quinn and I are big into the 2K. It's like we just love playing I'm revealing too much about myself again.
I try to hold
some basketball video games.
Yeah,
but
you're a male between the ages of 40 and 20 that enjoys playing 2K. We can't. Heaven forbid people know that about you.
That's a little too specific. Did you ever play the NBA Street games? Those were kind of my basketball games.
Those were formative in my.
When I was 10, I went for Halloween as one of the NBA Street guys, and nobody knew who I was. Of course, right? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's such a stupid way to play basketball too, where you do like 25 tricks around the 3-point line and
run off the wall and do a backflip into dunking and
There's just so much time wasting as you grind your like special score or whatever. It's so silly.
Those games like NBA Streets and NFL Blitz like taught me how what the rules of these games were. Like I didn't know what an offside was in like football or what encroachment meant until I played NFL Blitz.
Or that you get double points if you break the rim.
Yes, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that. Yeah, when you sort of slam it down, if you get double points, you can sort of shatter that frame. We did say the warm-up segment we were going to do was hold on, should I do a sound? Hold on. Oh my God, what's fucking going on? I mean, we're not actually spinning the wheel, right? But this way,
we're talking struggle meals.
Yeah, struggle meals. So going around the horn. Best kind of combinations of food that you've put together to try and kind of make a good snack for yourself.
I would be curious also if a really bad combination that you had to throw together because it was all there was. So hungry.
Have I told my sour cream cheese story here yet on the pod? You might remember. I was really stoned. And it was in the pandemic. I was ordering from Mr. Mike's Steakhouse, which is a sort of
by the way, this is how rich Kevin is. His struggle meal is him ordering from a steakhouse. This is his lowest cuisine moment.
Look, okay, go play Bigot Simulator 99 and
I will.
And come back to the conversation now. But I was,
and my garlic bread was cold. It was the saddest day of my life.
Anyway, I was ordering from Mr. Mike's Steakhouse. I don't know. I think I was looking for chili. I had like a craving for chili specifically, and it was like in the area. I don't live near a lot of restaurants, but they had like an appetizer that was like chili.
You got stoned and craved steakhouse chili?
I just craved chili, and that was the option. It was like late, and there wasn't many places open. I understand. Look, okay. I ordered this chili. When I ordered the chili, I also got. I'm high, so I also was like, oh, I'll get myself this red velvet cheesecake as well. So I ordered the red velvet cheesecake, and I ordered the chili, and they both arrived. And I sat down and I opened up the containers, and I was I was like, oh, great. They sent me a container of sour cream to add to the chili. So I open up the chili. I open up the container of sour cream. I dump the container of sour cream into the chili. I take a big bite. It wasn't sour cream. It was cream cheese icing for the red velvet cheese.
That's what I
And so
saw
I
that
just put
coming.
cream cheese icing right into the middle of this chili and stirred it in. And I tried, because I was high, I was like, let me see if I can salvage this experience. And it did not work. So that's my like negative. That's my negative tale of
That's
that.
pretty
So
bad.
cream cheese icing into chili, which honestly, the flavor combination, not that different, sort of inverted from the maple syrup and the cottage cheese from earlier. So yeah, that's my sort of struggle situation.
Connor, does anything come to mind for you? A weird concoction, a snack?
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, me and my siblings came up with the gooey gobbler. That is peanut butter and turkey.
Oh,
on a sandwich.
No.
On a sandwich.
That's not better.
Might be good.
Better. Yeah.
There's peanut butter burgers now. I'm sure you've sold one or two of those.
Yeah, I have. But I mean, give me a peanut butter and turkey.
Yeah, I was like 11. Okay.
Was it good? Did you eat it more than once?
No, it's terrible. It's terrible.
You guys gave it a name.
Yeah, because we were clever and inventive. Sure.
The gooey gobbler. Good God.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It was really, really gross. I ate the whole thing, like, because I had to commit to it. Yeah, well, you got to commit to the bit. Yeah. But it was really a gross. Really gross.
Was it your idea?
I don't remember. I can't remember whose it was. It might have been my older brother's idea, honestly.
Could have been Kyle. Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems like an older brother thing to do to like the younger siblings. Be like, you need some meat in that peanut butter sandwich. I once melted peanut butter and poured it over popcorn, thinking that would be good. It did not work. Wasn't a good combination.
Something I really like, which I don't think is that bad or that weird, but I'll do a toaster waffle with peanut butter instead of like.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So good.
Yeah. That's a good one. You really stack up if you get a chocolate chip toaster waffle and you do that. Ooh, money.
Peanut butter is the best. Yeah, I actually, even though I thought of this segment, nothing really weird is coming to mind.
That's surprising to me. It feels like you would. Yeah.
I feel like I will combine, like, this is not that bad, but sometimes at my office, my therapy office, there are bagels in the fridge and cream cheese. And sometimes I will bring like lunch meat from home to make a bagel and cream cheese with meat on it, which is pretty good. But occasionally when I get there aren't any bagels or cream cheese. And I just assumed there were. So instead my lunch is just meat. Like I just eat the meat with no bread, which is fine. I guess it does the job, but it's always
that is a struggle meal in and of itself. Just eating a package of sliced deli meat. Like,
that's something I definitely do is like I get anxious about food going bad, so I'll kind of just like house an entire red pepper like with nothing. It's just like, well, I gotta eat this because it's getting old here. Let's just chop it up and eat it plain. So I'll just eat the basic elements of food. I do also do the Greek yogurt instead of sour cream thing, which I don't think is that weird, but like a pretty common like lazy meal for me is those little packets of like curry or like dal or paneer you can get, and they're just like microwavable. I'll make a bunch of rice. I'll get one of those packets, pour it on the rice, and then I'll add some Greek yogurt for protein and kind of have that. That's like my quickest, easy lunch.
That seems pretty good, actually. I was struggling to figure out kind of where the Greek yogurt was going to come into play, but I can see that. If you guys, how do we feel about raisins in curries? I feel like that shit's fucked up. I don't like that shit.
No.
I think in a saffron rice, it can be pretty good.
Keep the I'm not convinced raisins should exist.
I don't know. I guess I don't care what you think. If I'm being honest, like
Okay.
Shut up. No, just shut up.
Okay,
Like,
I
I don't
guess.
know. It's just annoying that
It's annoying.
yeah, it's just annoying that sometimes you have so many opinions and it's like we have to hear them because you're one of the
We're not
co-hosts
doing
and
a
stuff.
podcast
Like,
to you.
no, I know, and I get like
Well,
obviously
he's just talking about things and stuff before.
I know, and talking is a big part
Yeah,
of
and
it.
you're actually supposed to kind of like open that up. Like I think Thomas
Mhm.
was leaving space for you to kind of like open, like get more out of me.
Thank you,
Get more
Connor.
out of you. You said you
Thank
were
you.
scared to share things with people.
You weren't making it friendly the way Thomas was.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really a welcoming
He
presence.
said he liked bigotry within 10 minutes.
I did not say I liked bigotry. I like stories about bigotry. It's completely different.
You know what's a story about bigotry? The story of
What's
Martin
that?
Luther King Jr.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Do you dislike that story?
Hey Josh, do you like drinks?
Hey Rob, I love drinks.
Oh my gosh, would you like having a good time?
I love having a good time.
Then dude, you gotta check out Poppin' Bottles!
What? A comedic podcast about our favorite beverages?
Absolutely. Every week we have a guest on where they talk about their favorite beverage. And then we do a whole bunch of segments. You like segments, right?
Oh, if I'm not eating an orange by segments, then I'm not enjoying it.
What about games? You like dumb games?
I love the dumber the game, the more I enjoy it.
Then you gotta check out Poppin' Bottles, available wherever you find podcasts.
Though some people were against his ideas.
You know, I will say this really
That's
opened
exactly-
my mind. Kevin just showed us, we were just catching the tail end of the story of Martin Luther King Jr. for kids.
Yeah.
And now that I see it laid out in plain English, yeah, I do support him officially.
Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad we could get you on board finally.
It's interesting that he was standing there at the end of the story too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not quite the end.
Yeah.
Thomas doesn't know
Surprisingly,
how it
a
all
lot of
kind
content
turns
about
out.
him cheating on his wife in that video, which it seemed like, I know like he's a human being, he had flaws, but it seemed like kind of redundant. Anyway,
That seemed to be kind of
Connor,
the whole focus was his infidelity. That video was made by Turning Point USA, we should say. Yeah, Connor, do you have a segment for us?
I do. I've called this segment "See What Had Happened Was," and so I want you guys to think, and I have a couple of these too, but I want you guys to think of a time where you did something bad, but it wasn't really your fault, or it was like you did something a little different than you normally do, and it had like really negative results. But looking back, it's hard for you to be like, I really just more like something bad happened.
That is hard to think of. I mean, I'm sure I do this a lot. I'm sure I do this all the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, so
why don't you start, Connor, since you have prepared. We'll spend a minute thinking.
Ruminate.
Yeah. So I mean, one that comes to mind is the time I almost killed my sister-in-law with a softball.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
I do remember this.
Friend of the show.
And what was your intention? You just wanted to wound her, right?
Yeah.
See, what has happened was I was aiming for other women, and
and it ended worse. No, so we were playing slow pitch, and this was 7 years ago, and I was playing center field, and I grew up doing sports, playing baseball and stuff, and so I was pretty good, like had a pretty good arm and stuff, and so we had a situation where a guy on our team, he hit like a little ground ball, and he was running the first, and he tore his Achilles, and so like fully just. That was it. His season was over. First game of the whole season.
Oh my God.
And then the girl who was playing second base then had to drive him to the hospital. And so we're real shorthanded now. And so Nick, who was catching, then moved to second base. So I'm playing the center field, and they hit and we're getting bombed right now. Like the game is way, way over. But they hit a fly ball to me. and I catch the ball, and I don't know how much you guys know about the rules of baseball, but you have to like go back to the previous bag or whatever if the ball's caught in the air. And so the runner was way too far off the bag. And in my head, I thought, this is a great chance for a double play.
Yeah.
So I threw it. I threw the ball hard. Not thinking about, like Mo hasn't really played second base before, and really not thinking about the fact that the sun she's staring into the sun, seeing my ball, like it's at my back right now.
Right.
And so I threw the ball, and now it was you're supposed to hit your target in the chest, right? Like round the numbers. And for most people, that's where I would have hit them. But Mo is like 5'1" or whatever.
She's wee.
And so,
yes.
Yeah, she's quite small. And so she says she remembers the ball right here, and then the hospital.
Oh my God.
Now,
yeah,
when the ball hit her head, I'm laughing about it now. It was very scary at the time.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. But when the ball hit her head, it made such a loud crack. And then she immediately, like a crack, like a ball hitting a wooden bat kind of sound.
Oh.
And then she, mind you, this is the story of me saying like it wasn't really my fault. But
because it was the impact of the head on the ground that caused most of the damage, not the head of the ball.
But she immediately faints, and then she wakes up for a second, and like at first I was like, oh, I killed her, and then she gets up, she fully stands up, and I was like, oh, thank God. Everyone was like, oh, we're okay. And then she puts her hand on her head like this and like does like the swoon faint.
People actually do that. It's real.
Yeah. And so then we were like, like around or whatever, called the paramedics, and we're like she wakes up again, and we're trying to
while you were
we're trying to see
while you were waiting for them to get there, did you toss the ball around, or were you all just like, it was too solid?
We had to have like a catch or something. Like we had to stay warm, obviously.
Yeah, you can't let the muscles atrophy.
Like now we were even short another player, so it was like
Well, I kind of feel like even just nervously, like you're waiting, you're all anxious. Like I would probably be throwing the ball into my mitt. Like, I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't be able to help myself from.
I think I was just like standing there weirdly, like an uncomfortable person. Like, I think that maybe was even the better move. Optically not great, but but the best part I think was like, Mo, she's a funny person, right? And improviser and all those great things. And so she woke up and she thought this was the time to do bits when they were asking her questions. And so they're like, what sport are you playing? She goes, basketball, right? So now they're freaking out and worried. But my favorite one was, how old are you? And she goes, 16.
Oh
my God.
She is 19. And Quinn, her now husband, her boyfriend, goes, no, she's 19. She's 19.
We need to get a pediatrician in here. We can't operate on this girl.
Oh, that's funny. That's good.
So that's mine. Yeah. That's mine.
That's good.
That's crazy. Yeah, I like that one. I
don't know that I've ever really seriously injured someone, but that did unlock a memory for me, which was this? I don't think this was with you, Kevin, but there's a chance it was. I'm pretty sure it was with some high school friends. This was a long time ago. We were at Grant Park. We had seen a movie, and then we went to McDonald's after, and we were outside the McDonald's for some reason, and maybe we had just got food, or we were waiting for one more person to finish getting their food, and there was like a sort of drunken guy with a baseball bat who was coming up and like looked kind of like he's just going to cause trouble. And he did end up, I'll explain in a second. But my friend, I think it was Jordan, and I saw him. And instead of like telling everyone like, hey, let's go, we made this sound, which was, oh, like that kind of like something bad's about to happen. And then we just fucked off. We like went right across the street. But our two other friends we did not inform that we saw this. We just kind of assumed everyone heard the ope and we left. And so then they're waiting there, and this guy comes up and starts like smashing windows of the McDonald's with his bat. And they're just standing there, and we've abandoned. We're now safely across the parking lot, like, waving to them. And they did get out of it, but that's a moment where I just remember being like, I completely left you to die. I did not.
Yeah, like if this guy had assaulted your friends, that would have been. Yeah,
it was
you
like,
could have done
that's
something.
scary. Let's leave, and then just having our friends have to deal with the consequences. So
that's like more
bad.
calculated than fight or flight too. Like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like planned.
That's yeah. Yeah, it was like you distanced yourself from the situation. You still wanted to be able to observe, watching your friends sort of see how they would get out of it. That's cruel.
I
That's
don't
crazy.
think that's a fair read. I don't think I wanted them to still be there. I just like sort of saw it and moved rather than doing the like, hey, everyone, let's go, which is what I should have done. But yes, I did feel bad afterwards.
It's hard for me to think of like, it's hard for me to think of something specific like that, like a core memory. I mean, I guess I was like, I think I want to say like 11 years old, somewhere around there, 11, I think. And it was like just coming out of the summer. I was with some family. We were doing a bit of a trip in the United States. So we were coming from Boston. And I know we needed to stop over in our original plans were to fly from Boston to Los Angeles, but we had to take a bit of a detour just because we needed to. There was some stuff that like I had to take care of. And so we were on this plane.
Now I'm listening.
Yeah, what does
yeah. There's some stuff and some things that I had to sort
Tony
of handle.
Soprano says he had to kill someone.
Yeah, it was like early September. We're flying from Boston to Los Angeles. We're on this plane, and I sort of remember that there's sort of like a, I guess I want to say like a sort of, I wanted to do something about the way in which American interventionalism had been occurring. So I'm 11 years old. It's 2001. It's September-ish. I can't remember. And we're on this plane from Boston to LA.
It's a pretty memorable event in your life. I bet you would have a ballpark. You knew it was September.
And then we sort of, tempers got kind of crazy on the airplane because I wasn't feeling super comfortable. And I sort of like, I just didn't think the pilot knew what he was doing, but I felt like I could kind of handle it. So, I kind of was like, I got this. I took things over, and
your intentions were good.
I mean, I wanted to sort of send a message, I guess, but it wasn't my message. It's just a message.
Whose message was it?
I wish I could remember.
Yeah, just plumb forgot, huh?
It's escaping me right now.
It's been so long. Who was that? Ooh.
And so we sort of, I don't even remember how that all fell out. Like, I don't know.
And you said you didn't have a really specific one, but you did 9/11. Is that what you're saying?
Wait, this is 9/11?
I'm just piecing things together, Connor. Let me walk you through my logic.
Okay, go.
Sort of a big, he mentioned American imperialism. He mentioned a mysterious benefactor. He said he boarded a plane in September of 2001 and did something. So I don't know. Maybe I'm being presumptuous here, but
it could be. Me and Bin Laden share a birthday.
Hell yeah!
Really?
That's a fun fact. Yeah. Me, Chuck Norris, Bin Laden, and Carrie Underwood.
Yeah. Three
real.
tall kings.
Yeah.
March 10th, eh?
Yeah.
March 10th.
Kim had a couple dreams about Osama bin Laden somewhat recently. Where
what do you mean?
He said,
why recently?
I don't know.
What the hell?
She had some sort of romantic dreams about Timothy Chalamet, and then she had some dreams about Osama bin Laden, which I assumed were also romantic, but she said no, it was a purely professional relationship.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
And that she and he had a quote mutual respect for each other.
Mutual respect. It's wild. That's incredible. That's incredible. Yeah, truthfully, I don't know. I'm sure, like I'm so sure I have resulted in doing something like this multiple times, but I wish I could. I would. I once this is kind of one of these stories. Only kind of. I was once getting intimate with a partner of mine in the shower of a house I no longer live in. My mother, who listens to the show, will get a reveal here, although she probably understood this was to be the case anyway. And during the intimacy, I broke the drywall in the shower. Like I I put my
You dog.
Yeah, well,
That wasn't the only thing that was dry that day.
What?
Now, I'm implying that your partner was not aroused.
Oh, right. Yeah. And so after the fact, I was
Did you
like,
punch it out of anger, or was it?
Celebratory, perhaps?
I sort of couldn't get hard, so I frustratedly smacked the wall and put a hole in it. No, it was
Which part of your body broke it?
my lower back. I was
Okay.
thrusting off of the wall. They were this is far too much information, but they were sort of on, in a way. I mean, it wasn't on top because we were standing and having shower sex, but they were sort of on top in that way. And I was, anyway, I thrust my lower back, went through into the, it doesn't matter. And so I told my mother, I think, who lived at that house at the same time as me, I can't remember. But in order for us to call somebody to repair it, I told them that I had slipped in the shower and fell, and bracing myself, I put the hole in the wall. But in order to add believability to the story, I proceeded to intentionally hit my arm a bunch so that it hurt.
You injured yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bruised my arm so that it looked legitimate.
Yeah.
That I had put it in there because I didn't want them to know.
Because you were so scared. Because you used to hide your condoms and stuff. I remember this era. You
I
can't
remember.
You were not a sexual being.
I don't remember what that was exactly. It took me. I was sort of sneaking around a little bit. I don't remember why. But
whereas I would leave my condoms out on the kitchen table. I'd be like, "Oh, these old things, I'll take those." I guess there's still a couple left in the mega pack.
Right.
I'd kind of
I don't remember why.
It was really impressive that you went through the mega pack.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You can just open. You can just throw them away. By the way, you can just throw away 42 condoms.
You can just buy a pack and sort of tear open all the packages,
fill
inside.
them with Cetaphil, and then toss them in your garbage. Yeah, the moisturizer. Yeah,
just so that it looks like they were used properly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get a wheel. Let's get one more segment here. You owed me one. Now this is actually a great fit for you, Connor, as you do a lot of musicals. Participants must create an ode to something collectively. So we're going to write a kind of poetic ode to some kind of a thing, an object, something worthy of our praise. Right.
And Thomas, just to be clear, we're not going to do this, and we're not going to make an ode to bigotry, unfortunately.
No.
For
I already have that on PS5. So Connor, is there something? Is there something that you are so passionate about that you would like an ode to be written for it?
Ooh, something I'm so passionate about. I absolutely love. I love my job. I love teaching.
Okay.
Ode to a teacher.
Ode.
I'll tell you what's ode to a teacher. About $20,000 more a year. That's a hard job. Okay.
Yep.
It's actually a
to do.
great
Hard
job
job.
where you work 9 months a year and I get a 6-figure salary. I think I'm appropriately
Oh shit! Wait, you
compensated.
get 6
Yeah.
figures? Damn.
Yeah.
I guess I should move to Canada. It's
I
bad
mean,
here.
yeah, yes, you should. I understand you're a fan of bigotry, but
First
yes,
time
you
I've
should.
noticed things are bad here.
From just teacher
Just
salary.
teachers getting paid
I mean,
kind of well.
the teachers here are literally murdered in mass shootings, and they still don't make a living wage. So it is pretty bad.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
let's do an ode to teaching. And I retract my statement. Teachers are paid too damn much.
Yeah, there we go.
But they're still good in other ways.
Yes.
So
Okay,
why don't we
so-
do a couplet at a time? We can kind of go around in a circle and speak our verse, our praise, we'll each come up with something that teachers, we would love to sort of celebrate them for.
Mhm.
I should actually say up top here that I do find the people who think that like teaching is like teachers who think that like have the mugs that say teaching is my superpower or whatever. I do find them very obnoxious, but I'm in for this anyways.
So we have to be realistic about our praise. We don't want to go overboard here.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Oh, teacher, let me speak. I will not be cloying. Thank you for putting up with my son. I know he's annoying.
Do not laugh, do not chortle, do not balk, do not mock. Teachers control all sorts of boards, from smart to chalk.
Oh, I like that.
Thank you.
Whether English or history, science or math, a teacher is there to help you learn and laugh.
You would get fired if caught doing burlesque. And yet you do it all just for a shiny apple on your desk.
A kind smile, a learning lesson, all taught with grace. And also an adult when home's not a safe space.
Oh, man.
And sometimes those teachers, when kids do get rude, decide to say things that are rather crude.
You must have a soft hand and set loving boundaries. And later you help children draw out their family trees.
The things that you do will shape us like rabbits, for bouncing and hopping forces me, watching you, to have pubescent habits. As in,
Okay.
kind of sometimes you want to fuck a teacher, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Also super, super gross.
Yeah.
Really not okay. Really bad.
It's remarkable what you do. You're like a magician. You're not good enough to be a writer or a mathematician.
They say those who can't do teach, and yes, it is true. You learn more than your students than they learn from you.
Teachers make a classroom a place filled with glee, which is the highest aim you can have for a second degree.
Ooh.
That's all I've got, by the way.
I'm already super tapped, but
yeah, one of us has to do something great.
We need a concluding line.
Yeah.
Sure, let me take it home here.
Okay.
I got nothing, but here we go.
Take it home room, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
let's go. Now that it's summer, and I need you to remember more now than back in September.
Wow. That
Yeah.
school's out.
That's actually true.
School's out.
That's actually
And
true.
there's some like real earnest stuff in there, and I want to just get ahead of some of the potential criticism. I don't think it's good to have feelings for teachers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think students who do that should be punished.
So the students are wrong. It's not kind of the teacher who might.
I just want to get ahead of the things. You know, I was trying to make jokes and stuff, but to be honest,
but to have a crush on an older person is
that's wrong, and you should be penalized for it, punished for it. Yeah. And
you would probably like that if it was you. You'd love getting punished by a hot teacher. That would be your fucking dream come true, wouldn't it?
Look, call me Van Halen in this bitch, but
You mean Van Wilder. Van Halen. Or was it
I want to jump?
Hot for teacher.
Oh, you're right. I thought you meant the Ryan Reynolds movie where he's in school for a long time.
You just thought I misquoted. Talking about the famous rock band.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're right.
For teacher.
I jumped the gun there. This has been Oops All Segments. Connor, thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything? I think you're probably in a Fringe show, but anything you'd like
out like right in the heart of Fringe?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, great. So then come see Sugar Boys, a boy band musical, which is our new musical for Winnipeg Fringe this year.
That's right. That's right. You guys are getting a lot of shine on this podcast pre-Fringe. We've had a lot of you on in advance, and other people who aren't even in the show have plugged your show on the show. So,
wow.
Yeah, come get your sugar, get your boys. Go check out JHD Creative Sugar Boys. We'll put a link to that in the description. We also have another podcast called What We Do in the Basement. It's a great show you can check out. Thomas and I play D&D with some other funny friends. It's great. Connor's brother Quinn guested with us a little while ago.
That's true.
It was like over a year and a half ago, I think now, but it happened in the show. And the other Fringe shows that you can check out if you want to see Thomas and I in the flesh being making things up. We're doing the big improv show at the PTE's main stage. I think it's venue 16 or 15 or something like that. And I'm also doing an improvised play called Instant Modern Classic, where we get suggestions from the audience and we use this set that's been kind of built and we put it together and we do a show. I mean, that's an improv show, but we're trying to make it like a proper piece of play. We're probably only going to play a few characters, and it's going to take anyway. You get the fucking idea. So check that shit out. There's lots of great shows at the Fringe. That'll be fun. T, do you have Chicago-y things to plug?
Yeah, just the usual. Trigger happy on Saturdays at the Annoyance. You can see me once in a while at Camp Whatsitsname at the Revival Theater. And that's it.
That's it. Connor, thanks for coming on the show. We appreciate it. And keep doing those things and stuff, you know?
Thank you.